If you're wondering if your oil prices are about to change because President Trump just signed a historic peace deal with Iran, and if that peace deal is having an immediate effect because President Trump says the Strait of Hormuz is now open, well, I'll give you this. The price of oil right now. Timber! Just an absolute skyrocket, collapse towards the center of the earth. Look at this, like a missile heading straight to the magma at the center of the planet. You can see here the oil futures right now collapsing 77 US dollars, just a couple dollars away from $2 gasoline. The look at that. Did you just see that happen in real time? Did you just see that happen in real time? It went from 77 to 74 as we are recording live right now. President Trump has announced that there is a peace deal with Iran. Complete. Congratulations to all. Fully authorize the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz and simultaneously herein authorize the immediate removal of the United States Navy. Ships of the world, start your engines. Let the oil flow, says President Trump. It's not just oil. Look at this. The S&P 500 is skyrocketing. It's up a point. NASDAQ up a point. Dow Jones up half a point. Crude is down. Here we go. Gold is up. Brent crude is collapsing. Pakistan says the peace deal will be signed. All of the futures are up and skyrocketing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a glorious day at the stock market tomorrow. Yeah, it is going to be a rockin' good day. The stock market tomorrow. Boom. All on President Trump's birthday. I am at the White House right now. We will wait for President Trump. Hopefully he'll be speaking with us and I'll be able to ask him some questions. A historic day to be at the White House. Oil is down almost 5% already. Pakistan Prime Minister saying it's done. It's not just Trump. I mean, Trump's obviously posted a couple times that the peace deal was imminent and that he was going to sign it today. And here it is. Signed. It's finished. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look at this. In case you're wondering, is this happening? Look at oil right here. Whoa. Weekend oil down 3.5%. Pakistan announces U.S. and Iran peace deal ready to go. And this is having an immediate effect. Iran says it will refrain from carrying out any retaliation for today's Israeli strikes on Beirut because of last-minute concessions offered by Trump, including the preservation of Lebanon's territorial integrity, Israel's withdrawal from Lebanese border, and immediate lifting of the siege. Ladies and gentlemen, J.D. Vance talking about this on Fox just seconds ago. This is the first time that we heard the administration out talking. Now, I got to tell you, I scooped all this by videotaping J.D. Vance coming tearing into the White House. Here's his motorcade. I said, this is happening. J.D. Vance motorcade comes tearing into the White House. Something big is about to happen. Big rumblings about Iran. And we were right. Here's J.D. Vance confirming it on Fox.
Joining us now by phone is Vice President J.D. Vance. Mr. Vice President, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, of course. Good to be with you.
This seems like you guys have gotten this to the finish line. It seems like there's an actual peace deal, at least at the moment, that's agreed upon and ready for signing. I'd love for you to tell us your thoughts on it.
Well, first of all, I do think it's a big moment for the United States of America. Thanks, of course, to the president's leadership and the hard work of the entire team. Three things that I think are important for the American people just to appreciate about what this deal does for all of us as Americans. Number one, this is the immediate opening of the Straits of Hormuz and, of course, the lifting of the naval blockade that we've had on Iran along with it. The number two thing that it means is that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, and not just pursue a nuclear weapon, but procure or try to buy a nuclear weapon as well. That's built into this agreement. And then the third thing is, and this only happens, to be clear, if Iran delivers on their promise. And so there's an approach here where we verify and where there are real benefits so long as Iran meets their end of the obligation. But if the Iranians comply with this deal, it is going to fundamentally transform the Middle East for the next 50 years. It's going to end the war. It's going to make the Middle East more investable. It's going to mean a lot of prosperity, lower energy prices for the American people. This region of the world has been a basket case for my entire life and longer than that. And what the president has really set us to do is to certainly eliminate the nuclear threat of Iran. That's done. But now possibly to build to a new era of Middle East prosperity and success, where it's not a region of the world where the United States has to worry about so much, but where, frankly, we can generate a lot of prosperity for the American people out of that region. That's a very, very big win, and it all happened because the president stuck with it.
And in case you need any further confirmation institutionally, because, again, we have rubber-roomed this, and we've been here a couple times, Iran confirms that the United States and Iran have agreed to a deal, announcing in part that the United States was humiliated and forced to sign an agreement at the end of the war. Fine. Dude, whatever. Spin it, whatever you want. Iran surrendered. As far as regime, Trump says, as far as regime change, I never cared about regime change. This is the third group we've dealt with, and this is the most rational group yet, says Donald Trump. Iranian state TV claims the deal was reached with the U.S. declaring that Iran imposed its will on the enemy and forced America to accept the end of the war on all fronts. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Because this is the deal that we all wanted, right? President Trump has opened the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is, there's stability back in the region. There is stability back in the markets. Iran is going to agree to not create a nuclear weapon. This is what President Trump has said time and time again. And so this is just not an L as far as I'm concerned. This is a massive W, and this is a surrender of Iran. And remember, it was Iran who got bombed to smithereens, has all of their Navy, all their Air Force, everything trashed at the bottom of the sea. They're going to swear off nuclear weapons. They've opened up the Strait of Hormuz without tolling mechanisms. The deal structure being reported out on Fox. Here we go.
This is a Fox News alert. President Trump says a deal with Iran is now complete. Moments ago, he announced on Truth Social that the Strait of Hormuz will open without a toll and that the authorized removal of the U.S. naval blockade will go in effect. Let's bring back Trey Yinks live from Tel Aviv with more details. Trey.
Yeah, Joey, a major announcement by President Trump after more than 100 days of a state of war between the United States and Iran. A deal has been reached. President Trump posted on Truth Social saying the deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Congratulations to all. The president goes on to say, I hereby fully authorize the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz and simultaneously herewith authorize the immediate removal of the United States naval blockade. Ships of the world, start your engines, let the oil flow. President Donald J. Trump. The president making this announcement on his birthday from the White House in Washington. There was another statement released by the Prime Minister of Pakistan, one of the key mediators in the conversations that led to this agreement to end the conflict between the United States and Iran. The Pakistani Prime Minister made a lengthy announcement thanking both the United States and Qatar for their role in reaching this agreement. The Prime Minister says there will be an official signing ceremony on Friday, June 19th in Switzerland. So, again, a major development here as President Trump announces there is a deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Strait of Hormuz is open once again. Those vessels that are trapped in the Persian Gulf will be able to export that crude oil from these Gulf countries. The naval blockade lifted on Iranian ports, and these detailed discussions on Iran's nuclear program set to begin. A major development in the Middle East, and for the first time in months, the region is breathing a sigh of relief.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see here the S&P is going absolutely bananas, and the war is over, and we won. Here we go. Expected terms of the Iran peace deal. Extend ceasefire for 60 days, 60-day negotiation period, removal of U.S. blockade to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. will commit to discuss sanctions relief. U.S. will commit to discuss release of frozen Iranian funds. Peace deal includes permanent end to fighting on all fronts. Final agreement will be signed on June 19th in Switzerland. And J.D. Vance says he'll be there, and President Trump might be there. Crazy. It's going to be a wild week, ladies and gentlemen. We're honored to be at the White House for it. Let's go ask Trump some questions. Hopefully they'll call us up, and we'll go see. Live. Let's go. History being made today. Pray for peace. God answered our prayer.